Right, I think we're live. Let's just get everything ready on the screen. Get everything on my second monitor. Move you over there. Welcome everyone. It's a bit of an early stream today. I usually stream about 8 PM. So welcome to Jerusalem. This is the Jerusalem from World War Z. It's not exact, but I like to make everything my own depiction, so welcome everyone. Welcome Antique Eagle, Antique Eagle, Meatball the Swede, hello. The Fifth Estate, welcome everyone. So there's not really much planned for this stream, it's just going to be a bit of a chill and a chat and just do some mapping. And you guys can give me some ideas if you want and we can all hang out. I just thought, I haven't really got time lately to do any videos because I'm really trying to get some maps done to help out Diplex and everyone, so I thought, let's kill two birds with one stone and do the mapping and help Diplex at the same time. So this right here is Jerusalem, and we've got this huge long wall right here, and we have like the refugee part right here. We have loads. We have the main gate with the Bradleys that are protecting it, and they will be owned by the IDF, the Israeli Defense Forces. And we're just gonna wait for some more people to join because we've only got 4 watching at the minute. Will this be for Red Rising or just a private thing for Diplex? Well, I'm hoping all of my maps to be public eventually, but obviously when I do them for Diplex, he does pay me with a shout out, so they are for him. It's when I do these maps for Diplex, it's like they go to him, and then it's up to him then to like release them, not me. So, but I do want to release them eventually when he gives me the permission. But the majority of the maps that I do, other than Army Men of War, just go to Diplex. So I'm just going to make sure, are the comments popping up on the screen? I believe so. Yeah, it's a very early stream today. Everyone's used to me streaming at about 8 PM UK time. So this is like 6 hours earlier, so there's going to be a lot of people sleeping still. Or at school, or at work, and... So, oh, morning Jay. Did I make you moderator? Yeah, I did. I made you moderator. But yeah, I've spent about 2 days on this now, and I've not really got much done, to be honest. But everything's here. As you look, all the Jewish people and all the Palestinians, they would have started singing around this area right here, and the IDF forces would have been looking over them right here, and you can see all like their luggage and all stuff like that. And when they started singing, it did alert the zombies, and then they all started rushing over this wall outside. They jumped the wall, and they ended up swarming over the town, didn't they? So when they swarmed the town, they would have ran after, is it Brad Pitt? Yeah, Brad Pitt. And they would have run him into this market right here. And I don't know if you recognise this, but they would have been jumping on top of this market right here and trying to get through these fences. So if anybody's familiar with the movie World War Z, you'll know. So what mod am I using for this map? It's the World War 3 mod, the Call of Duty World War 3 mod. And it's a cross between that and the zombie add-on. Which I've been getting a bit of grief lately in the comments saying that I'm taking credit for the zombie mod from Dark Centera. And I'm not, honestly. What it is I've took the Dark Centera zombies, and everybody knows that they don't work with Men of War Assault Squad 2. Not anymore. So what I've done is I've took them out of the Dark Centera mod, and I've compiled them into my own little mod where you can just activate it after any other mod. So it's not my work, it's all made by Sullen Man with Dark Centera, but I've made it into its own little mod so I can pass it on to people so they can use it. Because the way I see it, it's better to be able to use it than not use it. So, but yeah, I've got loads to do, so I'm just going to be doing a bit of mapping and just a bit of chilling really. So I don't know where to start, to be honest. I'm just going to turn this music down a tad. Can everybody hear my voice all right? You're on the website? Yeah. There's a lot to do on the website, yeah. We've done like one page. We've done the front page, the home page, and we've done the forum. But there's still loads and loads and loads to do. Where can you download this little mod, or is it a private thing again? It's for Diplex, like I say. I've got to ask permission off Diplex again, because I make everything for him. And, you know, it's not my work, so I can't release it publicly. Because if people download it, they're going to think I've made it, and with all the modders, it just causes a giant shitstorm with all the modders, you see. Oh, welcome. Welcome, everyone. So what I'm going to be doing today in this stream, I'm going to be trying to get this finished. So I'm going to be streaming for hours and hours and hours. I don't expect any of you to stick around, but I figured I might as well just go up on YouTube and say hello to everyone whilst I'm doing it. Like I say, hit 2 birds with 1 stone. So another thing, I'm really trying to push my Patreon at the minute. So if anybody does want to become a sponsor of the channel and support the channel, because I don't make any ad revenue really. I do make ad revenue, but not a lot at all, and it's nowhere near enough to support myself. So if anybody does want to support the channel and keep it going and all stuff like that, do check out the description, and there's a Patreon link. You do get exclusive rewards such as the I'm going to be throwing the Army Men of War mod on there first. I'm going to be doing I've already put the Starship Troopers mod on there. So anybody that joins up can get those mods. Oh, so up here we've got a bit of a museum. So this is Israel. So this is Jerusalem, and I'm trying to do a cross between like a war zone because of the current circumstances, because they're bringing in all the Palestinians and all the people from outside. You know, it's a huge mixed culture in Jerusalem. But the IDF they don't get on with the Palestinians, do they? Not really. Well, I can't really say that, but what it is you've got Hamas, and then you've got, is it Hezbollah, something like that? Like the terrorist organisations, they're all fighting each other. And you've got the IDF, which are kind of like a bit like a peacekeeping force, aren't they? The Israeli Defence Force. And what it was is, in the movie, they was bringing people in to the city that weren't infected, and they was locking them in, and they all started singing. And when they started singing, the pitch of the sounds, it kind of like spooked the zombies, and they all started running at this wall, made this giant human ladder, and then they all started piling over the wall, didn't they? So this is kind of that sort of scenario at the minute. And the map is huge. I've got loads to do on it. Absolutely huge. But because it's a desert map, a lot of it is going to be like open space. Oh, hello, there's the strategic guy. Welcome. So if I do go quiet, it's just because I'll be focusing on some stuff. But if there's any questions, do let me know in the comments. Oh, that's another point. So if you do subscribe, your name will pop up on the screen, like somebody just has. So I'll give you a shout out when your name pops up. So Fu Chung, welcome to the Mighty family, dude. Which is now becoming the Mighty Nation, because I think how much are we at? We're at 7,665 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. We've jumped to like nearly I don't know, 600 subs? About 600 subscribers in about 3 days, I think we've jumped up. About 200 subs per day. And that's thanks to Diplex. So a big thank you to Diplex Heated. He's the one I'm making this map for at the minute, and it's helped my channel out a lot, and I appreciate it loads. So anyway, I'm talking too much and I'm not getting any work done. So I'm just going to make all this look suburban. Oh, what have I done here? What have I done? The screen froze. Oh, there we go. So here's the marketplace, and I'm just going to finish off this sort of museum area. So around the back there, I need some textures. Landscape, what do I need? I'm going to go for this one here. Where is it? That's the one. So I need to copy and paste this stamp. Just move it across here. Same with there. Can everybody hear the music all right? It's just some chill music made by Lucas King. Welcome everybody if you're new. If there's any questions about the map or anything, just let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them. Hello Fu Chung. Welcome Wild Ninja. Welcome everyone. I'll start singing in a minute. Really relaxing, this stuff. I'm not too sure if I'll be leaving the stream up after, because this is a very, very early stream. So depending on how long it is, it'll be depending on how long if I leave it up or not. So, hello Becky, how's it going? That's my stepsister. Let's try and do a cool interior on this as well. I'll do the details on the inside a bit later. The main focus is getting the city done, I think. So what do you guys think? Does it look like Jerusalem? Do you like it? I think it looks very similar to the movie, personally. A really cool angle here, look. Look at this for an angle. Beautiful. Have a little pan. And in real life, Jerusalem is actually a really, really beautiful city. It's like got ancient ruins, like I think it's the West Wall, and all stuff like that. So it's not actually a war zone like it's depicted here. This is just purely because it's going to be a zombie apocalypse. Right, so what do I need to do? I need to finish this off. So how is everybody this fine day? Well, it's still really early here. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon. So I can imagine it's quite early in America, if anybody's from America. There we go. How many people got watching? 21 people watching. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Jerusalem from the movie World War Z. Just going to round this area off here, make it look a bit neater. I can select it. There we go. Read the comments. It's 10:22 on the East Coast. Nice, so it's still early there then. I'm finding it really hard to balance everything at the minute. I mean, I've got so much going on. I'm trying to do maps. I want to do maps for Diplex on a regular basis. I want to take orders from people for maps. I've got mods that I want to make. I've got my own maps that I need to do for this Army Men of War series. I also got to do all the scripts for it and the missions, and not to mention the dialogue and all the story and all stuff like that. So I'm really in over my head at the minute. So I've had a couple of days off, try and clear my head, because I think when you spend a bit too much time on your computer, it really starts giving you a headache. Move that down there. Just need that one there then. So I'm using like an empire wall here, just to smooth out the edges, make it look a bit more sandstony. I should have looked for some sort of Middle Eastern music or something. Try and set the mood. Can I put on hard bass? You see, I've got a problem. You see, I can't use non-copyrighted music, so I always use the same ones, and it's just a playlist, which is just like it's just like a relaxing music from Lucas King, because it's all copyright free. You see. But what I'll do is for the next stream, I will try and find some more exciting music. So this all does work at the minute. We've got like the roads up here, even though they're like level with the castle walls, it's kind of like came up the terrain. So if you run around this way up here, so we'll get an angle from the wall. You'd come through the gate, you'd walk up this way, and if you make a left turn just there, you can actually go up the steps and walk around these sort of elevated areas, and then you can access the market from that area down these stairs. And this kind of explains why the zombies in the movie were like jumping over the edge and onto the gates. You guess what Diplex's new vid is? Yeah, I guess you do, yeah. Obviously he's going to be scripting a really cool mission on it, and he'll be placing all the troops around, so I can't really call it spoilers, really. It kind of is, though, if you was looking forward to like a surprise with the map or something. Maybe I should have mentioned that in the description or something. But like I said, this stream wasn't planned, it was just a sort of a moment thing. I just wanted to stream whilst I was doing a bit of mapping today. And then tomorrow I'm going to be going back to some more Army Men of War and trying to make the next episode. Hello Ryan. Welcome Deckel, is that Deckelpar? Is that how you say that? Welcome Ethnic Albania. Do spam that like button, guys, helps me out a lot, by the way. And if anybody's new, do hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of what I do. Your name will pop up on the screen and I will give you a shout out. So I've got a lot to do on this, look. If you look over here, look, there's just so much room left. I've got all of this to cover in city. I'm kind of wondering if I could extend the map at the end as well and make like that airfield with the plane on it. That'd be pretty cool. I think my main objective is to make the map like really huge for Diplex, so he can play multiple battles on it, or even like play a series just on this one map. Instead of having loads of little maps, we can have like multiple big maps which can cover more videos. I think that'd be really good. Tell a subscriber. I'll shout you out when your name pops on the screen. Ethnic Albania, welcome to the Mighty family, dude. If you're a big fan of map making and like game editors and all stuff like that, and level design, also stories and roleplay, I do a lot of that on my channel. Into those sort of games. Oh, I think that's Lord of the Rings in the background. Does anybody recognise that music? That's definitely Lord of the Rings. Yep, that's Lord of the Rings. I think it's like the, is it the Gondor theme, is it? No, Rohan. It's the Rohan theme. So I think we need that bit there. In fact, yes we do. We need to just bring it in a tiny bit. We'll move that in about there. Turn that to 0. As a matter of fact, no we don't, because we're going to have steps there, aren't we? We'll put the steps there now. If some things do look a bit crap at first, they will look a bit better at the end. That's something I see when mapping, really. If it looks bad at first, it's going to look good in the end. If it looks good at first, then it's probably just going to look bad at the end, because you're putting too much effort into just one area. What I tend to do is, though, I do tend to sometimes detail just one particular area, like I have done over here, and then it's just a matter of copying and pasting little bits if you ever need them. So it's a bit of an easier tactic to making a map. Are there any editor things in Call to Arms what you can't do in Men of War Assault Squad? How do you mean? Everything from Call to Arms can be ported into Men of War. It's the same sort of engine, you see. Some of them might have a tiny bit of different coding, but everything's easily changed. Bring that in a tad. We've got a bit of is that Lion King in the background? See, I'm playing like copyright-free movie themes. I'm kind of hoping they've got World War Z in there. That'd be pretty cool. If that had a movie theme, I don't even know if that had one. Yep, just like Jay Gray put up as well. If anybody wants to join the Mighty Nation, do hit that subscribe button. Also spam that like button. And if anybody wants to become a Mighty sponsor, and do sign up to my Patreon, I'm offering access to the Starship Troopers mod. I will be giving it to the public when my website's up. So for those of you that aren't a patron, don't worry about it, because it'll be made to the public very soon. But it is in early access at the moment on my Patreon. It's just a bit of a reward for people helping me out. Over there. So I don't know what this building could be. I'm thinking some sort of museum or something. Pretty cool. Leroy Jenkins. Could you make some tutorials about making waves? Convoys, I don't know, and thanks for the number. Oh, yeah, what we can do is, who's that game? Oh, welcome that gamer. What we can do is, in the future, we can do some tutorial videos. I'm really trying to encourage a buddy of mine at the minute, MythicGameProductions, which his channel is in the description, and I'm really trying to encourage him to do some tutorials or something to get his channel started. But he's I don't think he's interested at the minute. We'll have to see. But if he doesn't do it, I'll definitely do it. I'll do like a whole tutorial series. The whole point of this website is I want to get everything in one place. Just go around the edge. So on my website I want like a role-playing server where everyone can take part in the series that I'm doing, and I want to have a page where it's just got different videos on it, all my videos from YouTube, like top 10 mods, we'll include mods from ModDB, we'll include our own made mods, we'll do everything on there, tutorials. So the website's going to be really cool when it's up. What's that? You just took a dump the size of an anaconda. Wow. That's good to know. Ethnic Albania. On the episode when there were M3 Calipes. Am I saying that? Calliope. I don't even know how to say it. The rocket launch tanks were those designed to the captured scientists. You could say that. Well, the Greens have their own scientists, and they obviously kidnapped the tan one as well. And I've not really covered much of that side of it all yet, so sorry, I'm very stuttery today. I've got a bit of a sore throat. I always do when I do live streams. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I'm talking for so long. It's a lot harder than it looks. Some people think, oh, you just got to talk into a mic, but when you've got nothing scripted, it's really hard to speak. What should I do here? I'll add another one of those. So bring that in a bit. Move that to there. Look a bit more natural. It's not very, what's the word, symmetrical, but it doesn't really matter. Just have to do. When is the website going up? I'm hoping to get the website up in about 2 weeks, maybe. Hopefully, maybe 3. 2 weeks to a month. I'm hoping to get the website up. And the website is currently up. If anyone wants to go and check it out at the minute, in its current stages, it is www.MIGHTYmapper123.com. But it's in very early stages at the minute. You can see everything, but a lot of the pages haven't been created yet, and a lot of them are unfinished as well. So there's a lot of spelling errors as well. There's still loads and loads and loads that needs to do on the website, but it's an official site. I paid for it the other day, you see. I put a lot of money into this sort of thing. We're going to have another path right here. Just need to up the polygon. So if anybody wants to up the polygon so you get more detail, up it to level 5 and then just paint it over it. And if you press Control and W, no, Alt and W, you can actually see where your polygon look like that. How do you plan the next assault on the Tan House? Are you going to do the infantry and tanks, or the tanks and infantry in the M3 Calliope? I'm not sure, to be honest. I've got a kind of idea of how I'm going to do it, but I don't want to spoil it, because I will be introducing another faction very soon. I'm just trying to find a good time to bring them in. I've already made them, but I'm just trying to find a good way to fit them in the series. But the next video, I think we're definitely going to have to see another offensive from the Greens. I think what I'll do tomorrow is, or tonight if I've got the time, I'll record another one of those story times for Army Men. So we can just have I can go over everything that's happened so far again, and just clear up what's happening in the lore. Because this whole series does have a bit of a lore to it. So, is the music alright? Is the music not too loud or anything? You can hear my voice over the music, right? I don't want to be talking this whole time and the music being too loud. Just give a bit of a showcase of the map for everybody that's new. Welcome to the stream if you're new. We are currently making Jerusalem. And it's the Jerusalem from World War Z. As you can see, we've got this huge wall on the movie. I don't know if you've all watched the movie. But we've got this huge wall, and we're going to have zombies behind it, and they're going to crash through this gate. I'm going to suggest a diplex the scenario. I'm thinking you could have like Jerusalem could be letting in all of the refugees, and they're giving them all food in this area. That explains all the grain baskets and the barrels and the shelves, the chairs. I'll even put beds and stuff down there, and yeah, so they're all going to be coming through this gate. And the IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, they're going to be on high guard, because despite them letting everybody in, there's still a risk of insurgents because of the multiple terrorist groups. And what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking that we could have like a explosion or something on the gate, which is going to blow a hole in the gate, and then the zombies are going to get alerted, and then just start piling through the gate. I think that'd be a pretty cool story. It's kind of loud, you think? So one of you thinks it's loud, and the music is okay. Okay. All I'll do is that I'll just turn it down just a slight bit, because it won't hurt. Turn it about there. There we go. So if it gets any louder, I've kind of capped it. Just get back up the thing. There we go. So you know that wall from the video. What do you guys think? Do you think it looks quite similar? I think it looks fairly similar. It's got a nice look to it. And another cool thing we could use it for is like, once we've made this map, we can knock this wall down and just turn it into a generic sort of Middle Eastern map in Syria. You know, which would be really cool for like a World War III scenario. You have to excuse my voice if it keeps breaking. Got a bit of a sore throat today. I think I'm coming down with another cold. It's that time of year, I think. So adding some bushes going around the edges of the walls. Kind of brings it to life if you have decorations, and like they call it flora. So like plants and stuff. Get rid of that one. We need them too, actually. So now we're gonna take some of this sand. We're just gonna speckle it around the place, give it that little messy look. Because you know what they say? They say it's the imperfections that make things look perfect. I think I say that in every stream. Definitely going to have to bring that forward, so we're going to copy that. I can actually put an interior on this thing because when a soldier walks inside it, the roofing disappears. I have a couple of these buildings jotted around the place. So we can really add like an extra bit of story to the movie. And as soon as Diplexers use this map, maybe a few months down the line, I'm gonna see if he'll let me use it on my channel as well. And because he is, technically speaking, he is paying for this map. It really helps me out with shout outs and stuff. So I like these maps to be his. So it's more like a thank you for the shout outs he gives me. What are you going to do when you're done with Army Men of War? Well, I'm thinking maybe a Star Wars series. What do you guys think? It's entirely up to you all. I might do like a poll or something. See what you guys want to see. But at the moment, I'm a really big fan of Star Wars, you see, and I really want to try and bring the Star Wars universe to life in Men of War. Yeah, the building could be an embassy. Yeah, that's a good idea, that. Maybe we can make the embassy like separately. We definitely need some sort of like US embassy around it though. We can maybe have it further in this corner over here. Have a building surrounded by like a compound. Then you could have like a minefield around it. Do all sorts really. The thing is with Jerusalem, it looked very old-fashioned. So there's a lot of like ancient castle walls and stuff. Yeah, the movie's a really good movie. I like the movie. So I think we need some more of that wall right here. Oh, guys, I can't promise you I won't be disturbed halfway through the stream, by the way. I have no idea if I'm going to get a knock on the door, a phone call or anything. It's just because it's still early where I am. It's nearly 4 PM. So if I do get disturbed, what I'll do is I'll go quiet or something and mute myself. You'll just see the screen go silent for a little bit. But I can't imagine I'll be disturbed anyway. I'm not expecting anyone today. I believe this music in the background is from Rocky, I think. Really love the so a big shout out to Lucas King. Not that he needs a shout out, he's got like 300,000 subscribers, but really love his music. Does a really good job. Ooh. Is that in a bit? There we go. There we are. I want to try and get rid of it, can't get my words out. It kind of looks a bit too squared for me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the elevation up around it in a minute. So what I'm thinking is I might take the elevation, we'll raise it up to about there, and I'm just going to overlap the wall a tad. Let's just polygon it. So we're going to Alt W, like that. Oh, that looks weird on your eyes. Oh guys, if do hit that like button for me, and do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. You will get a shout out on the screen if you are new to the channel. And if anybody wants to become a Mighty sponsor and help support this channel, keep it alive, because I don't earn a lot of ad revenue, you see. And so I'm really looking forward to getting my job back in the summer, because this is my only source of income at the minute, and it's really hard at the moment. But in the summer I'll get my job back and I'll be a working man again. We're just going to do this coming over the wall at the side there. That's going to make it look a lot more natural, because we're going to have some natural rocks built around it. I know it was probably a bit pointless me putting that wall across the side, to be honest. In fact, I think I might delete it, to be honest, so we can actually walk on this ground. There we go. So then what we're going to do now is we're going to smooth the edges off. We're going to turn that up to sharp and fast. Where's it gone? Oh, there we go. It was locked on there. We're just going to hold shift and smooth the edges. Like that, look. Beautiful. Same with this part. And it really looks like the sand just kind of came up to the edge along with the terrain. Makes it look a bit more natural rather than looking like really squared. Welcome everybody. Welcome Phil. Welcome I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Guilhem Tavares? Guilhem Tavares. Tell me if I'm saying that right. And can I do a Warhammer series? Yeah, I can in the future. Yeah, I guess I can. We've got a Warhammer mod we can work with. I'm not very good at the lore of Warhammer. So I'll probably have to ask you guys for like some help or something with the lore. I've got a few guys I can ask on my Discord. Oh, I'm just going to stop sitting on my leg. I've got a habit of doing that, sitting on my leg and it just goes dead. It starts hurting. Right. There we go. So now I've done that, now we need to get a texture on there. Oh, we just had a subscriber. I'll shout you out when your name pops up. There's a bit of a delay, you see. We're going to have this sand right here. So Thomas van der Kooi. Thank you for subscribing, dude. Welcome to the Mighty family. Which is now going to be the Mighty Nation. Do you know what? I can't wait. I can't wait to reach 10,000 subscribers in the next, hopefully the next couple of months. And what I'm going to do is, has anybody watched Lord of the Rings with the Battle of Isengard, where it was like the 10,000 Uruk-hai that attacked the castle? And I'm going to have that many subscribers, and it's just out of this world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get like the picture of Saruman, like stood on top of his the Tower of Orthanc in Isengard. Right, it's going to be stood on the top, and it's going to be looking down at his massive Uruk army. And I'm going to edit like little MIGHTYmapper logos all over the faces. I think that would be pretty cool. So definitely look out for that when I reach 10,000 subs. And this music in the background is from a movie called This Is England. Really cool movie. So we're Uruks. Yeah, you could say that, the mighty Uruks. That's the cool thing with the username MIGHTYmapper. I could call you guys anything and just put mighty in front of it. My mighty family, my mighty nation, my mighty subscribers. Let's get some more of this dust or sand or whatever it is. So here's the front gate right here for those who haven't seen it, that have just joined the stream. We have detailed it somewhat. I think we might add a bit more at the end, just to add a bit of story to it. It's got a lot to it at the minute. Like, we've got the Israeli Defense Force. They've like boarded off the gate, and you could just imagine like tons and tons of like civilians, all in these refugee areas, all stuff like that. And everyone starts panicking and singing, and the zombies coming in. Everyone starts making a run for it in this direction. You've got the marketplace down here, where they've kind of put a gate over the top of the marketplace, just like in the movie, if you've watched World War Z, and they end up breaking through it, don't they? And I do believe they run down here, they turn left, come up these steps, and then as he's running down here, he turns around and he sees the sick kid. It's like a kid that's sick, and the zombies aren't touching him, are they? Because he's got like a fever or something. Like, spoiler alert, by the way. If you've not watched World War Z, I do apologise. But yeah, I'm really trying to get a good depiction of the movie. Thank you very much, Tom Hendo. Do spam that like button, guys. Helps me out a lot. I think the more likes it gets, the more YouTube realise, oh, people are liking his videos. I don't know how it works. To be honest, I don't even know why YouTube has pushed the like button. I'm new to all this, you see. I'm still a baby YouTuber. I think I'm like 5 months old. My channel's about 2-3 years old, but this whole YouTube game, I'm still new to it, you see. And I'm really trying to turn it into like a bit of a job, because I put that many hours into it. It'd be lovely to do this as a full-time job someday. It's happening, slowly but surely. Some overgrown grass coming around this bit here. Lovely. Just going to centerize these trees. Oh, don't take you. Oh, we don't need that one there anyway. Same with that one. Centerize it. Go away. Go. Just got back from a cafe. Is that what you guys call them? Cafe? We call them the cafes down. We call it a caf in England. So went there. I usually have a mega breakfast. I went in today and I made the waitress laugh, because I usually go in and she's usually like, "Oh yeah, mega breakfast, okay." You know, but this time I was like, nope, I'm on a diet. It's a new year, New Year's resolution. I'm cleaning up my eating habits. So I had a prawn cocktail. Hope you're all proud of me. And I must admit, it was actually quite filling and very, very tasty. Prawn cocktail with Thousand Island sauce. Such a great film, Becky, yep. This should be compatible with Red Rising mod because we don't have the IDF. What I'm going to be doing is, I get a lot of hate, especially from the modders lately, because what I'm doing is I'm taking pieces of mods that other people have made, which is true, and I am packing them into, I'm combining loads of different mods together, and I'm sending them to Diplex, so we can use them for his scenarios. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm kind of like a modder myself. I could do human skins, vehicles, props, I can do the mapping, the scripting, but what I need to do is, what we're going to start doing is we're going to start crediting every modder that that I'm combining, because in the past, right, in the past couple of videos with that zombie mod, people have been jumping to conclusions and thinking, oh, Mighty's trying to steal the credit of Dark Interior mod, and it's really not the case, honestly. What it is like, we forgot to credit them, and Diplex is definitely going to be using the mod more, so I'll talk to him and see if he'll just shout out the Dark Interior mod or something. Because it is all them, really, and it'll be the same for the Red Rising as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting the Red Rising skins into their own little sub-mod for the Call of Duty World War 3 mod, because it has the best stuff, has the best sounds, and has the best weapons. So it's kind of like combining every mod out there into one super mod for Diplex to make series for, and myself if I ever need it. But I like my other stuff, don't I? I'm more into me fantasy stuff like Star Wars and Army Men. So it's more for Diplex than me. But it's not like I'm distributing it publicly, if you know what I mean. I'm holding it back. This is why I'm holding it back. If the modders and stuff weren't so salty with me about it, I wouldn't hold it back. I'd public release it, but I just can't do that because I'm not the original owner of the mods. So I can distribute them privately, but I can't distribute them publicly because I'm not the original creator. I just wanted to throw out a huge disclaimer right there. Because I've been getting quite a lot of comments lately, even on my own Discord. I've had a few people saying, "Oh, it's not fair. You're not crediting the right people," which is probably true, to be honest, and I do apologise. But I will make sure definitely that all the modders get credited for any maps that I do, and I'll have a speak with Diplex. See what, but it's up to Diplex. If he wants to, he credits who he wants in his videos, doesn't he? Really, because it's his channel. So, but like I say, it's not this zombie mod isn't my mod again. This is the Dark Interior mod, but it doesn't work anymore. So I've made it work on its own just by taking the files out. But hey Mighty, is there a standard skirmish? I wanted to do a skirmish, but there are no videos, just small stuff. How do you mean by skirmish? Do you mean on my maps, or you have to specify? We're gonna have another wall over here as well. Look. What's this music in the background? That was a bit like jazz or something. Oh, I'll tell you that. Look, oh, this is sick. Look, we can have a good pan around the map to this music. It's quite Middle Eastern. The Jerusalem. What is it? The Holy Land. That's what it is. It's like, I think it's one of the most diverse cities in the world. It's got mosques. It's got synagogues, churches, everything really, every religion. It's holy to nearly every religion, isn't it, Jerusalem? How to script in the editor? Is that what you meant? Maps, capture points, stuff like that. Oh, in vanilla. Do you mean so like scripts in F3 mode? Yeah, a good person to watch for that sort of stuff. If anybody does want any tutorials and you don't know where to go, I want you to type in a guy on YouTube called 123 Stealth Bomber. He's the guy that I learned from. But the only problem is he doesn't cover Call to Arms and he doesn't cover Men of War Assault Squad 2. He covers Men of War Assault Squad 1 and all of its basic scripting. He does mapping tutorials and he does like F3 mode tutorials for like making missions and placing troops and yeah, making them loop and making airstrikes and paratroopers, you name it. He's done everything. 123 Stealth Bomber. So you have to go and check out his channel as well. I might start putting a link to his channel in the description. I might do that after this video is ended. That's if I leave this video up. To be honest, I might do. We'll see. Because it's always good for you guys to refer back to, you see, if needs be. So what am I gonna do next? What do you guys want to see on this map? Something for Diplex to play around with. We definitely need a police station of some sort, don't we? Or like an IDF headquarters or something. So what we're going to start doing is we're going to make... Let's raise the terrain again. I like to use these castle walls right here to raise the terrain as like we can like edge it off, you see. So now we've done that. I will detail that a bit more a bit later. So we're going to add this bit right here and we're going to lower the terrain here to about there. That looks nice. No one's doing proper training. Well, to be honest, I know everything to do with the editor. Right, I know how to make maps, and I practically know how to make anything to do with the F3 mode as well. And I learnt it all on my own, and I used 123 Stealth Bomber as like a guide. Because what you do is you learn little bits, and then when you learn the little bits, you end up putting them all together and making bigger bits. If that makes sense to you. Like... So what it is, it's just learning the basics and then put all the bits together. But I did learn how to do capture points for multiplayer. It's just I'd have to refresh my memory from it. 123 Stealth Bomber, and there's a couple of others that cover that on YouTube as well. I've looked it up in the past. How do you come up with all these details? Just put a few objects and I say people. The detail, to be honest, I don't even think about it. I just do it, and it's like, has anybody played the number game where you write out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And then you've got to make a smiley face out of every number. It's kind of like that. So I place stuff down and I try and make the best out of the situation, make it into something. $180. So for those of you that have just joined, this is Jerusalem. I'll just give you a quick overlook over here. Look, it's the Jerusalem from World War Z. So we have got a huge wall going through it, where they're keeping the zombies out, and I think we're going to be streaming for a good couple of hours. I think, trying to get some of this map done. I want to try and get most of it done tonight, and then that way I can finish it off tomorrow, then send it off to Diplex then, because I do want to be working on a private map for someone soon. One of my latest patrons, he's requested a Raccoon City. Did I put the patrons in my stream? I don't think I did. I'll have to start putting my patrons in the stream description as well as my videos. But if anybody does want to become a patron, I think I've had quite a few patrons lately, and I really appreciate all the support they're giving me. What's this going on? Oh, where's that gone? Oh, it disappeared. Copy that. Now this area right here is a sort of plaza or something. We can build some buildings around it. I'm thinking the further towards the centre of town, the more castle walls and ruins there'd be. Is this for the upcoming Diplex? Yeah, it is. It's for Diplex's upcoming zombie series, if he does a series, that is. I'm not sure if he's confirmed one yet or not. I think he's definitely confirmed a post-apocalyptic series, I think. I'm not too sure if he's going to have zombies in all of it, though. I'll have to ask him. But I know for a fact that another talented mapper called Zappack, he's doing Diplex London. I made Diplex of London not long ago, and he's doing Buckingham Palace, a very famous landmark. So if he's getting Buckingham Palace, he's already done London. Then he's just done that American suburb one. Then he'll be doing this Jerusalem one. So he's got a lot to work with. He's got a lot of work on his hands. So you got to give it Diplex for all these missions that he's making. He must spend hours. Oh, this music in the background. Can't think what it's from. Sets the theme really well, though. We're gonna have, I think we'll have it facing away from the house. Yeah, that way. 90. Welcome if you're new, by the way. Do spam that like button if you haven't already. More likes the merrier. Tells me that you're enjoying this content. And do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We've got a lot of series coming up. I've got a lot of maps, and if you subscribe, I will start putting when I've got my website up and I start uploading maps and mods and stuff, I will make a video and I'll include a link to my website in every video for you to go in and just check it regularly, because I'll be adding a lot to it. And that should begin the coming weeks. Maybe the next 2 weeks to a month, I'm hoping. You see how when you copy and paste it, it goes into the ground? There is a way you can cure that. And that's by unselecting the selecting the constraint. Sound like Big Shack there, you know, conspiracy. Right, and then you want to turn it to none. Yeah, that's definitely got to be like a public museum or something. Because if it was a compound, the civilians wouldn't be able to see into it through the windows. Because it'd be unsafe. Because you could have like snipers and stuff in there. So it's definitely got to be like a public location, that. Maybe like a botanical gardens or something. Next to a museum. I wish I had more models to work with. Unfortunately, you've just got to work with what you've got. Unless you spend countless hours putting more models in. There is a website, there's a really cool website called p3dm.ru. And that has a lot of really cool models on. I might have a look on that and see if we can put some more props in. Yeah, 123 Stealth Bomber, I don't know what happened to him, he just disappeared, didn't he? How about an ISIS or GLA type missions? Do you know what, I'd love to cover like ISIS missions and stuff like that, but I can't really do that on YouTube anymore, because YouTube just don't like it. They tend to demonetize your videos if you do stuff like that. Got to keep it family friendly. I've got to have another layer moving up here. You see, I'm just winging everything here. I've got nothing planned really. I think if I planned my maps, I'd get them done a hell of a lot quicker. So that's going to be the next area right there. We need to put some more buildings, get some of these smaller ones. Raise them up. I think the cool thing about Jerusalem is like all the rooftops are pretty much joined together. If it was in Assassin's Creed, you could just run across them all, couldn't you? YouTube albums would need to grow up. Wow. You see how I had to say that really quiet then, you know, just in case they heard it and then they'd be like, oh, demonetized. Not that it makes a difference. I must make about $3 a video, and that's by the end of the month. Slowly builds up though, so I am grateful. I may seem ungrateful sometimes, but if I didn't have that $3 a month, you know, per video per month, I'd be very upset. It's looking beautiful. One thing I love about doing maps like this is it's great from every angle. Oh, that needs cleaning up a bit there, look. The textures are messed up a bit. So, shh. Gotta stay quiet. So YouTube don't hear us. We'll have some more. We'll add the detail in a bit. I think we'll add some more sandbags and stuff around the area. Because this is a war zone, isn't it, really? Not in real life, it wouldn't be. I'm not saying that Israel and Jerusalem's a war zone. I'm saying that because of the current situation with the wall and the zombies, and the immigration and the refugees, there'd be a lot of guns, a lot of defensive positions, all stuff like that. Let's get some sandstone down here. See, with this map, I'm going to have to release my own sub-mod with it. And include all like these are Empire walls. As you can see, if you look at the text mod, it says Tat, which means Tatooine, because they're from the Star Wars mod. But what I do is I just compile them all into one super mod, and then send it off to Diplex. Beautiful. Hey, your videos are great and you put a lot of work into them. YouTube just doesn't care about the little... everyone's got to work their way up. I don't mind starting at the bottom. It's just like any business, really. YouTube's the same. Unfortunately, you've got to start mopping the floors until you get a bit more noticed by the guys upstairs. And then you've got to try and impress them by uploading really good content. So it's like any business, really. Unless you're very, very, very lucky. So you've got to start at your bottom, be very patient, be very grateful, and just work your way to the top, I guess. Like me, I'd probably be happy with about, I don't know, maybe 50,000 subscribers, maybe. I think that's where I'll be like truly happy. But I know for a fact that when you do get to like that sort of subscribers, that they will just keep growing and growing and growing if you're constantly uploading. But that's kind of like my goal, my dream goal, maybe about 50,000. So probably about 5 times the amount I've got at the minute. 5 or 6 times the amount I've got at the minute. And then I can breathe then. I want to try and change up my content as well. What do you guys think? We could do some stuff like some top 10 mods. Would you want to see stuff like that? What my favourite mods are and all the download links put in the description and all stuff like that. Would you like to see more than just Army Men of War, or do you all prefer just the Army Men stuff? Because I know that's like the most popular thing on my channel at the minute. Some wall across here. I can't wait to see Diplex play this map. Oh god. Is that straight? Yeah, that's straight. That's really weird. I might try and revert back to the Lord of the Rings mod soon as well. Try and revive what we had before. We even made some really cool animations for it, like the swinging of the swords and stuff. You enjoy the others too? Okay, yeah, I can arrange more than just Army Men. I make a ton of maps, you see, but I don't just make them for myself. I make them for other people. And I tend to just stick with the one theme. The way I see it, whatever gets the most views, I upload the most. As does everybody, really. But that's not just through greed. It's through like, obviously, the more views that you get in, the more people are enjoying it. So I'm still learning the strategies of YouTube at the minute. Move that down. There we go. That's better. So we've got a nice little base there, nice little wall. We're not going to separate the inside because there's going to be some buildings. We're just going to copy and paste them. I do believe you can put men on top of these buildings as well, which is pretty cool. So what we're going to do actually, we're going to move those steps just a bit further up that way. Rid of that, there we go. Move that into there. We're going to move this up here, connect it to this building. Somehow, some way. Don't know what I'm doing. That's better. Something like that. That's better. Yeah, we can have the door just coming out the side there then. That looks cool. And now we need the taller buildings. I think there's only like 3 different kinds of buildings that you can use. There's a lot of others in other mods, but these kind of look the best. They're the most detailed. Let's bring that just forward there. There we go, lovely. Let me get that, and we're going to change the constraint to none, so I can just copy and paste it, so it's the same height. Awesomes. Looking swagalicious, if that's a word. What time is it for me, Matt? It is a 10 past 4 in the afternoon. Well, what time is it where you lot are? Can we have some usable buildings too, like ones with interiors? I'm thinking like I'd like to make some interior buildings one day. I have made one in the past. I don't know if it's part of this. Do you want to see one of the... Is it in here? No, it's not in here. Damn it. Oh no, here it is, yep. Do you want to see a building that I've made myself? I don't know if you've all seen it before in a past stream. But I was having a bit of experimentation in 3ds Max. And I tried to make like a little building for my Lord of the Rings mod. So I was like, I'm going to make a tavern. So here's my tavern that I made, and it's literally 100% made by me. And I did the doors, and it's when I was messing around with Unity 3D. Then inside, look, I did like a little interior. Did some stairs. I have yet to land patch all the stairs and stuff and make it all walkable. And put volumes around the edges. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So this just goes to prove that I can make my own buildings and stuff. They just take a lot of time. So I tend to just use what we've already got. Let's do these buildings turning around the corner. Like so. One there. Lovely. Oh, that's looking quite cool, that. I like that. And it's not really accessible by car. So how would they access that area is the question. So we're going to have to knock this part down here. Like that. Let's move that up there a little bit. And now we can actually add a road going inside. Like cutting from this and going around this corner right here. Oh, making some progress tonight, aren't we? Yeah, Unity's a really cool engine. It's so easy to use compared to Men of War as well. Like Unity, it's like not so much the scripting side of things. The scripting's really hard because I believe it uses JavaScript, which I have no idea where to start with that sort of thing. But as of the mapping itself, there's no messing about. It generates all the volumes for you, all the obstacles. So it's literally just drag and drop your 3D model into Unity. So it's that easy, you see. I'd love to go to Unity someday and like, try and make my own sort of game. But I just don't know much on the coding side of things. Yeah, put that on the corner there, maybe? No, it don't look right, does it? We'll put this over here with that factory. I'll probably go in that direction right there. I need some more of these buildings. Have another one here. I'll have a big one next to it. Just making sure they're straight by turning it to the right, the Z axis. Or the ZL axis, apparently. Do you miss the Arma 3 series that I was doing? I was thinking about rebringing that back yesterday. What do you guys think about me and MythicGameProductions doing a collab together? And what we're going to do is, I was doing tests last night on Arma 3 Zeus mode. And what it was is we was making our own little Zeus match in Arma 3. And we were placing our troops down, and we made like a forward operating base, like a main base. And we was both controlling like an army each. But we was recording 2 different perspectives at the same time. So that was really cool. I just love it. There's just something about mapping. Do you know when you start seeing it come to life? It's a really like sort of satisfaction, like a really nice feeling. Really brings back to when I was a kid. I was forever doing this stuff when I was a kid, but it wasn't like through this. It was either through paper mache or stacking up some videos with a fortress, making a fortress, and playing with my toy soldiers all the time. And whilst all the other kids were playing like outside, playing football and all stuff like that, I'd be sat in like some sort of sado doing that. But it really, I think it's really played on my creativity. So we'll get the buildings. Again, we're going to just put these around this edge here. As of that corner, what we're going to do is we're just going to raise the terrain around it. Like that, smooth it off. Turn it down on the sharpness side of things. There we go. Makes it a lot more natural when it's built like into the terrain. Same with there, just going to raise it up a bit. What's going on in the comments? Twitter analytics. Oh, is there something wrong with the link? Never mind. If anybody wants to check any of the links out to like my website or my Patreon, they should all be in my description, I think. Oh no, not my website, tell a lie. Because it's not finished yet. But if anybody would just want to see the unfinished version of my website, just to show you all that it is a work in progress, it is www.MIGHTYmapper123.com. You see, that's quite a big area I've just covered right there. So I think we're going to do the road now. So to do the road, we need to set down the path, which goes around the road. Which is that one. Or we'll do it just there. We'll do it coming inside here. There we go. Like I say, all this is completely 100% random. I've not planned any of this. I just work with what I've done already and then turn it into something pretty. So it goes from looking like something like that into something like this. So it does pay off. That's a lot of hard work though. A lot of hours. Has anybody seen my actual the time I've spent on Men of War Assault Squad 2? Let's just get it up. I don't think I can get it up properly because it's a live stream. If I go to my Steam... Oh, I don't believe I can actually. Oh, there we go. The hours that I have in Men of War Assault Squad 2. 2,100 hours. And I guarantee you, right, that every one of that 2,100 hours is in this editor. I've never actually played the main game, really. Can I do any elevated gun positions? Yeah, what we'll do is I've got some towers. There's a really nice looking tower. Not that one. Where's the other one gone? Like wooden towers and stuff. And we can put like, especially on this edge here as well, this will make a good gun position. But you see, the thing is, with Jerusalem, especially if there's like been a terrorist attack or something, they put the city on lockdown, didn't they? There's a lot of soldiers patrolling the streets, and there's a lot of checkpoints and outposts and stuff. So we might have to cover something like that. That's why I'm putting the sandbags everywhere, because it's like a sort of pre-war, post-war era. But the main fight is against the zombies. There we go, lovely. A little bit too squared for me though. But what do? We just raise the terrain around it. Makes it look a bit more realistic. I'll add the detail later. When will the next episode of Army Men of War come out? Well, I want to get this map done to help out Diplex tonight. And I want to also, if it don't get finished tonight, I want to do a bit more on it tomorrow. But I won't be live streaming it. Well, then again, who knows? I could live stream it. I want to try and work on the next Army Men episode tomorrow. And I also want to bring back some more Armour 3. So you're going to be seeing that in the coming, or maybe the coming days or the coming weeks. So I want to try and mix up my content a bit more. I do believe that Rise of Liberty has got a new update as well with I think it's the Battle of Bunker Hill, so I might be going back to that as well, playing some of that. Oh, we just had a subscriber. Just going to wait for your name to pop up and I'll drop you a shout out. Welcome to my chillaxing stream, everybody. Ellen and Elliot TV. Welcome to the Mighty family. 7666. Uh-oh. Alright, can you do more Men of War Star Wars videos? Yep, I've got a whole series planned for Star Wars. I'm just waiting for Call to Arms to update the Galaxy at War mod, which I have no idea the ETA on that, so how long's a piece of string is that? That's what I'm dealing with right there. But when the Call to Arms has updated the Galaxy at War mod, I'm going to be trying to bring out like 1 episode per week, maybe 2, of a really cool series. It's going to be very similar to the Army Men of War series, and like I said, I'm going to have like different cinematics. I've even scripted like a really cool light speed, which is really good. My biggest fan. Oh, thank you very much, Mikhail Calvert. I appreciate the support. Again, here we're going to raise up another building. I love how it just comes out of the ground like, oh. Everyone's like, mighty, never do that again. We'll put that in front of this building. There we go. There. Talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and he actually said there's actually not a lot of sand within Jerusalem itself. There's actually a lot of green as well. So I might change some of the textures up eventually. Maybe towards the end. So have a little bit of a mess about with the textures. What page is everybody trying to get to, Jay? Not a big shout out to Jay Gray, by the way. He's the leader of one of my little Army Men newspaper propaganda teams for the Green Army. He owns the NGG, so if anybody wants to sign up to the NGG, do drop him a message, because he's looking for people to help him out with it. You have to let him know, and do join the Discord. I don't know if is the Discord link in the... Let me just check these to see if the Discord link is in the description. Patron, no, I don't think I've included the Discord link. One sec, let me throw the Discord link in the description for you all. So if anybody wants to join the Discord, you can then. Invite people, there we go. I'll just put it in the chat, there we go. If anybody else wants it, it's also in the description as well. Let's get back to the game. Welcome everybody that's new. How many people got watching? We've got 32 people watching. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Jerusalem. This beautiful map. How long have we been streaming for? Quite a while, I think. An hour and 13 minutes already. Feels like 20 minutes. Right, so this is going to be a big map. We've got this whole road to do yet. I probably won't get it all done in this stream. I never get any of my maps done in the whole map done in the stream. I keep trying to do some speed builds for everybody to see how the whole map's made. But my hard drive just isn't big enough. The amount of time it takes me to make a map, unfortunately. So it can take me up to like, well, I don't know. It could probably take me 12 hours sometimes. Depending on what kind of map it is. But if it's like this one and I've got no plans for it, I'm just winging it. It's kind of experimenting as I go. You know, it can take days, maybe even weeks. I'm going to really try my best to try and get this done for Diplex ASAP. God, I love those buildings. They look so cool. Thank you very much, Magorny98. Did I say that? Mahogany? Is it Mahogany? Mahogany? something like that. Hello for Ferbinte Gabriel. Did I say that right? Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone that's new. I think we will have some. If I do stream for another, if I'm streaming for the next 2 hours, I do believe we'll have a lot more Americans start joining the server. Does I say joining the server? Joining the stream because of the time difference. I think the majority of my audience is actually from America, so that's why I decided to stream a bit earlier today as well. Try and get some of the early birds in there, ones that can't usually watch the stream. Do I need any more of this? No, actually we don't need any more walls around there. So what else can we add around here? We're going to take some of these walls here, I think, because these look really nice. And we're going to just put them going around the edge. Have one there. Same again there. One going around the edge there. In there. Beautiful. Oh, what's it doing? Get around the back there. There we go. Lower it into the ground. Some people are like, well, why did you place the other wall there? But I have no idea. Just kind of winging it. Making it up as I go along. That's why my maps look really spontaneous. You could have just something really random. And I don't even know why it's there. MIGHTYmapper, what do you think of the slow development of Call to Arms? I don't know, you know. Call to Arms, I really like Call to Arms. I never used to be a big fan. I used to think it was like really poorly optimized, and I used to think it was... I'd say it was a bit clunky as well. I didn't really like the graphics because I thought it was just too polished. Does that make sense? But I did really grow to love it when they started bringing out mods for it. So I'm a big fan of Call to Arms now, especially the first person mode. I just love the fact that you can actually make interiors. And there's a lot more options on the editor as well, so you can actually disable the... You can disable the volumes and the obstacles. Not the volumes, you can just disable the obstacles of the buildings. So, whereas you have a problem in Men of War where you can't actually maneuver troops underneath an obstacle, like a wall or something, because the volume is still there. So this, maybe the modders would understand this a little bit better. I'm not sure. Then again, I'm very poor at explaining things. You can see that in my Army Men of War series. What it is in that you've got a little box that you can untick, like that. And yeah, you can walk under it and through it, so it's really good at making interiors in Call to Arms. I'm going to be going back to Call to Arms very soon. I'm just waiting for a good friend to make a really cool mod for me. It's kind of the whole reason why I play Call to Arms. Just for the mods. I don't really play the vanilla stuff. Another building there. This Starship Troopers. Oh my god, it is. This music in the background, Starship Troopers. I only just realised. Wait, franchise, do you like more Star Wars or Starship Troopers? I like both, to be honest. I probably prefer Star Wars, to be honest. Just it's a bigger universe and I know a lot more about it. That's probably why. I was going to have some steps there. In fact, no, we will have some steps there. Copy the steps. But as of Starship Troopers, I don't really know much about the lore. The whole Starship Troopers was created by accidentally, to be honest. What it was is we got I found a bug, an arachnid bug on a Russian website ages ago, but I wasn't able to download it. So I started asking everybody, where can I get it from? Where can I get this bug from? Which was the arachnid, and it came with all the files. And a guy called Mr. Mist contacted me on Discord, and he sent me the bug because he was able to download it. But when he sent it me, it just didn't work. It was everything was there, all the components were there, but it needed all putting together. So me and my brother, we worked on it for like a day, and we created sounds for it. I created the sounds for it, My brother had a bit of a fiddle around with the fauna codes to try and make it better, so they died and actually played the animations and stuff. So the whole the Starship Troopers one was made by accident. But we managed to get it all together eventually, and then another big shout out for Mr. Mist. He sent me along a Starship Trooper skin from Gary's mod, because I don't know how to port from Gary's mod. And we took the Starship Trooper skin, I think we gave it a retexture, and we also, I think it was Mr. Mist again, I think changed the head on it. And that then gave us the ability to have Starship Troopers as well. And then MythicGameProductions, he made the MIGHTYmapper 2. And I ported all the gun sounds in, and then we practically had a full mod on our hands. What is your favourite Star Wars era? It's going to have to be the Clone Wars. It's got to be. It's like, everyone says that they hate the prequels. I'm like a really, really, really big fan of the prequels. Right, I'm going to raid your stream with more subs, more views, more likes. All you got to do is be in my shout-out stream. I'm going live today, and I would love to see you there, bro. Just stop by and grow. Right, okay. I don't know what that's about, but if anybody wants to go along and check that out, be my guest. There we go, we can just blend these in a little bit there. Some of this sandy dust. Some of it down here. We've got 23 people watching. We've been streaming for 1 hour and 22 minutes. That's insane. Yeah, I love the prequels. I do. Everyone used to say everybody hates Jar Jar Binks as well, but I thought he was quite a funny guy. I had his toy when I was a kid. You know, I really loved that battle as well with the Gungans and the Trade Federation marching like into that giant force field. That was really cool. I might have to recreate that on Men of War sometime. I can imagine it'll get quite laggy though. Let's add a bit more of this down here, so we can fit the road in. There we go. There's the road. That's all we need. I can blend that in after. So let's detail these edges right here. So it's just a matter of turning that down a bit, and then raising it up a bit, because nothing's flat. The more bumpy it is, the more realistic it should look. I'll mix it with a bit of sand down there, I think, as well. Maybe a bit of green as well. Some trees, some plants. Machine gun nests on the roofs. I think I've got a kind of netting what we can use for machine gun nests. Where is it? Somewhere around here. Getting lost on my own map. Where is it? Tell me if anybody sees a net. Looking for a net. There it is, right in front of me. You see that? Look, that'll be a machine gun post when it's done. It's all unpatched and stuff. That's some. In fact, should we make this a machine gun post now? Let's get some sandbags up on there. There we go. Again, we'll turn the constraint to none. Don't do any of that dippy stuff. So I want something there. Something there. So we'll leave the corner open so they've got like a full field of view around this area. That's kind of what they do, isn't it? And then we'll get the flat sandbags and just move it to the top as well. The constraint's already on none, so we're just going to use the A button and raise it up. So who else is looking to get into mapping? Is anybody in the comments looking into getting into this sort of thing? As like a hobby or you know, something like that, something for like a school project maybe. Maybe they want to brush up on their creativity. It helps you relax. It's really cool. I think it's really underestimated, mapping. Everyone's too into gaming lately. They don't take the finer things in, like, into play in life. So Fallout Gamer, just in time. You're all into mapping. But what it is, you just like the tutorials, don't you? Definitely gonna have to get some tutorials out for you all. Maybe, like I say, I'm gonna try and get my buddy Mythic to try and do some. Help him grow his channel a little bit. So if I'm really trying to help a friend of mine out at the minute grow his YouTube channel. So if you all want to help me out and go and subscribe to him, he's MythicGameProductions, and he's in the description. I did say I was going to do like weekly shout outs for random people on my Steam page, but I just got that busy. I forgot to do it. So we might have to bring something like that up. Bring something like that back in the future. That's why I'm just adding sandbags around this rooftop here, because it just looks cool, I guess. Like that. That was badass. Gotta worry about lag though. I can't detail it too much because it'll be like a computer crasher. It is really relaxing to do maps. Yeah, it's really cool hobby to do. Everybody needs something in life where it brings out your inner creativity. Everyone needs a way to express themselves. And this is how I do it, through mapping. Quite proud of that building there, to be honest. Make for a really cool screenshot. We get some statues. Let's have a look through the statues. What do you think? We can have like an archangel, maybe? Or what else do we have? We've got like a... Can have another fountain, but we've already got some fountains around here. That there, like a ruined sort of thing. I think we'll keep that out, because that'll look really cool on the castle walls. Maybe something like that. That looks quite cool. Right on the edge. Something like that. That's quite cool. Have another one just there as well. Two ruined statues. We'll rotate it around a bit. Give it a bit of variety. You can never make urban environments. Well, to be honest, if you're watching the stream, like you're watching the stream, right, and you can really see that I'm not putting in any effort really. It's always about placing stuff down and making the best of what you've already done, and it's just moving it around, make it look neat. But trust me, if you spend time on it, most of it is patience, and the more time you spend on it, the better it's going to look. Mythic Game Production really needs a new microphone. I don't know if I think he's actually got a very similar microphone to me. I've got one of those professional microphones, right, which is on the like that what are they called? It's like a, I don't know, I'm extending it right now. It's like a bracket or something, but it doesn't work at the minute. So I'm still using a headset myself. I'm after one of those equalizers so I can change the tempo of it and stuff. But what do you guys think of this mic? Do you like it? I know it can use a little bit of improvement, I think. But I think it's not that bad. And mapping is not for, because I always go over the top and my piece can't handle it. Yeah, I do that a lot. What's my favourite clone legion? Alright, well, this is a pretty good one. I like the 501st. But I hate to be common because I know everybody probably likes the 501st. It's a cross between the 501st and it'll have to be the purple marine ones. I forgot what they're called. The Nova Corps, I think. That's what they're called. Commander Bakara. That guy. Shrink that down to there. Got some more stairs going up that part. There used to be text mods for these castle walls, but we can't get them anymore. They're just not there. I can get rid of that behind it. Oh, I'll just delete the building. A poor family just sat inside eating their dinner. Then MIGHTYmapper comes along and deletes their house. So we're going to add some... we need some more sand around that area. Obviously I can't texture it, because I haven't added the texture yet. And I can't be bothered, so I'm just going to Throw some messy sand around like that. And then we're going to take this right here to make it look like cars have been driving up and down, spreading the sand. I'm just going to throw it down this road right here. Like this. There we go. Beautiful. And again, we'll put some green next to it. I'm going to straighten this one out just a tad. So has everybody hit that like button? Has everybody hit that subscribe button as well? And also, even if you're not going to become a patron, do be sure to go and check out the Patreon page. You can have a read of all the rewards and stuff, just in case you want to think about it in the future. But I have uploaded the Starship Troopers demo to it at the minute. And I've kind of treated it as like an early access reward. You are all going to get it eventually when my website goes up, but because the patrons are really helping me out, I've decided to gift it them so they can play it as I'm making it. And I can't do the same with the zombie mod, unfortunately, because I didn't make the zombie mod. There we go, got a nice little road going down there now. It'll look better when they've got more. Just something not quite right about that. Not a big fan of this wall, I don't think. What I might do is, I might get rid of this side of the wall. So it just doesn't match, does it really? And I keep it blank. I know what the problem is. It's because I need to bring it into the wall. Make it look a bit neater. That's why. That should look a lot better now. There goes with that. Just delete those. And it'll be a matter of copying and pasting them. Read the comments. You like Commander Grease Legion? Which one's that? Commander Grease. This is just my opinion, but I feel that 3 fountains in a row is a little bit overkill. What do you think? Should we have a look? Do you mean like that? Yeah, you're probably right, to be honest. I think maybe we can change a couple of them up. Add a couple of statues instead. But there's 4 in a row, actually. Tried to make it look a bit more symmetrical on this side. But I did think that myself at first. I'm just trying to think of it from like the ground point of view, walking around it. If you was to walk around this place, do you think that's too many fountains? Yeah, maybe so, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of this fountain here. And we'll get rid of that fountain there. I'll recopy that. I think we'll add a couple of statues. What do you guys think? There's a really cool one we can use, actually. Not that one. That one there. That's a really nice one. Really quite museum-like as well. Copy that. Delete that. Oh, we'll have another one there. What do you think of that? Something like that? Look a bit better? That looks a bit better, doesn't it? This looks dank. Thank you very much, Theo. What happened to this playlist in the background? We seem to have lost our music. Let's go and find it again. Oh no, it's still there. There we go. I think we did have music still. I think I just turned it down on my headset. I brushed it with my arm. This is the theme from Dirty Dancing. What happened to my stream? Where's it gone? There it is. Found it. Let's have a read of the comments. Some grass and benches will look nice too. Yeah, we're going to add stuff like that towards the end, I think. I'm going to detail the inside as well. About some more sandbags and stuff. Just going to keep it to the basic detail for now. And try and get more of the map done. Because as we've done here, look, it's a kind of template, isn't it? Something to work with. What we can do, we can bring the road round there now. we go, we've got a nice road going around. The road don't have to be perfect because the build-up of sand which will be overlapping, you see. It's a Middle Eastern country. I'm going to try and put a bit more green down soon as well, more grass and stuff. So what we'll do there is we're going to get... There we go, some more of this. Overlap the edges. Make it look messy. The messier the better. Especially if it's natural, like sand or snow. Read the comments. Do I ever use Google Maps to build maps? Sometimes. As a reference, like during that London map that I did for Diplex, what I did was I looked at one street in London, which was just southwest of Westminster Abbey, near a big church, and I took one road and I kind of sampled the whole map just off that one road. I did that on Google Maps, but other than that I just kind of wing it, and yeah, I just kind of just do what I'm doing now, make it up as I go along. Think of all like the movies in my head. I'm quite photo, what's the word? I've got like a photographic, I haven't got a photographic memory, but when it comes to like mapping and stuff, I tend to remember everything that I've ever watched. But I always make it my own depiction. A bit like, has anybody watched Team America? And in Team America, if you look at the way they depicted Paris, they threw everything together, like all the museums, the Eiffel Tower, they threw it all into one scene. And that's kind of what I do. I try and make it look like one place, just from like one. I try and merge everything into one area. Make it look very stereotypical for the country. I don't know if that makes sense. So for Jerusalem right here, look, obviously I'm going to be using the walls, the connected rooftops and the museums. I'm going to try and make a mosque and a synagogue, more stuff like that. Let's add a subscriber. It's Charlie1302. Thank you for subscribing, dude. Welcome to the Mighty family. Expect some really, really entertaining shizzles. Also maps, mods and more. Maybe some tutorials in the future. Screw it, I'm just going to add loads of sandbags up here. Kind of looks cool. We'll double the sandbags up in some areas as well. To add that bit of realism to it. Like so, there we go. Should we spend a bit of time on detail? Let's get some more of these roofs over here. These roofs are really handy, I've always used these. Especially for post-apocalyptic maps. So I'm going to go ahead and copy one that doesn't have stuff inside it. And let's move them over here. Because they kind of act as like garages and storage areas. Let's move. What's going on here? So we'll keep that right. So we'll just stick that near that front door right there. I want to deselect this this tainted ground right here. So the reason you'll have like tainted ground, like cracked ground, is because it means it's been walked on a lot. A bit like that, look. Makes it look kind of realistic. But that sort of thing can come later. So read the comments. Welcome everybody that's new. Halo, no, this is Jerusalem. A Jerusalem map for Men of War Assault Squad 2, and it's from World War Z, the movie, if anybody's watched it. Yeah, I'll leave the stream up on YouTube, Comrade Map, if you want to watch anything and see how it gets on. I don't know what happens to the music again. Can you guys still hear it, or is it gone? I do believe we've lost the music. Yeah, that was the last song, I think, so we're just going to start again. Just going to skip this ad. There we go. Awesome. Sorry about that, I'll just change the music. I think my screen was going all over the place. Oh, that's a nice building. Let's use this. Hello, Mr. Wolf. Welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody that's new. And we've got more people starting to join now, with it being getting a bit later. Hey, Mental Millennial, how's it going, man? Let's throw this at the back of that. That'll look pretty cool. We'll have another one next to it. There we go, that's nice. Gonna bring that up close to that place there. There we go. Sort of looks really good, really condensed, really suburban. Hello, Lavishismo. Do hit that subscribe button, guys, if you haven't already. And also spam that like button. It helps me out an awful lot. So we get another lorry. I love these lorries because they're actually from that sort of area. You can see the Arabic writing on it, which is really cool. I don't have too many of them, so I think we'll have another one popped up like kind of inside this area. Maybe about, I don't know, should we have one popped up about there? That's pretty cool. We've also got it all inside the markets eventually as well. That's going to be a pain in the ass. Be a lot of copying and pasting, that will. Oh, that doesn't look straight to me. Should we straighten it out? So all we've got to do to straighten it out is do that. Rotate that just a tad. That's looking a bit better. Hello, Sally. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone that's new. What we're going to do is I'll show you the map so far. So there's nothing on this side yet. This are all outside here. If anybody's watched World War Z, you're going to know what this is out here. It's going to be like green sort of farms and like damaged buildings where the zombies have taken over. A lot of smoke, burnt out cars. And what they've been doing is the Israelis have been letting in everybody into Jerusalem. So that the Israeli Defense Force. And what they've done is, in the movie, the civilians will start singing. Which, through this big wall right here, the zombies hear the pitch of the singing, and then they start this giant human sort of ladder, and make the way over the wall, and they spread the infection by diving over the wall. We do have the zombies ready from the Dark Centurion mod, so a huge shout out to Sullenman for the Dark Centurion mod. So that's going to be playing a big part in this, and the mod that we're currently using is the Call of Duty World War 3 mod. So it's going to be a combination of different mods for this map. And if I ever do release the map, what I will do is I'll release the map as a mod instead of just a map, so everyone can play it. Rotate that one. Let's just get the thingy mode back up. There we go. Awesome. Shrink that down a tad. We can even bring that in a bit more, like that. In fact, no, we'll keep it out. There we go. Is there any room in there for another one of these buildings? Maybe we can have another one just there. That looks quite cool. I like that. What do you guys think? Looks quite cool, that, right? Get some of these roofings. And we'll spread the roofing over the top here as a sort of walkway. We'll straighten it out. And then just copy and paste a few of them. Like so. That's pretty cool. Mighty Sister. Which one's that? Olivian Kota, you know that one badass clone that killed 2 spider droids. Are you talking about Star Wars there? Might I message you on Discord after the stream? I want to talk to you about what happened with Zach. Nothing happened with Zach. So Zach Pack left on his own accord. If you're referring to Zach Pack, he's welcome back in the Discord at any time he wants. how many zombies can the engine handle? Well, it depends on your computer. But judging by, if you go and watch Diplex Heated, and if judging by his last videos, the engine can withstand thousands and thousands of zombies. And it wasn't even lagging that much from what I saw. There's going to be a lot of walking on this, so I'm going to crack the ground. This map is looking mighty fine. Damn right, man. It's a rather big map. And look, if you look at that, there's no lag either. No lag whatsoever. I was just worried that it was going to lag then when I did that, but seems to be working really nicely. There we go, just going to throw that over there. Kind of blend it in. Looking really cool. Let's get some trees. Oh, this is the market, by the way, from World War Z. For those of you that have just joined. I don't know if you recognise it or not, but do you see, like, where the zombies were chasing the soldiers through the market? They were diving off the edges of the buildings onto the top of these fences and breaking through, weren't they? And I do believe one of the IDF soldiers gets bitten, and he lights a grenade. I say light a grenade, detonates a grenade, killing himself, but at the same time killing all the zombies around him. So what we're gonna do? Let's have a machine gun post. Let's get we've got one up here. Look, on the rooftop, right next to this cool-looking checkpoint with the two Bradleys. They are Israeli Bradleys, not American. So I do believe Israel is funded a lot by America, especially when it comes to their military. Oh, I tell you something, sitting down, it don't have to give you a numb. So let's have another one of these over here. Oh, it's floating in the air for some reason. Just going to readjust my position. It's really uncomfortable when you sit in the same spot all the time. So we'll find a nice location for this this net thing right here. But we'll put it on this roof right here, so we can actually have soldiers on this rooftop as the zombies are advancing through, and they can be shooting the machine guns. That means we're going to have to do sort of like ladder or something, going to the top. So let's get some of them sandbags. I don't know where, there they are, found them. Oh, I've just selected some of the ground. I never like to copy and paste the ground, do you know, when it comes to like raising them up and stuff. Just in case it glitches the game. I don't think it does, but I always like to... I never like to raise the stamps. That was pretty cool. Nice little machine gun post up there now, look. And they are all land patched on the top. Let's have a read of the... but does it have hard-coded limit? I don't believe it does. I believe the engine is capable of whatever your computer is. So as much as your processor or your graphics card can handle, the engine can handle. As far as I know. I know it has a set limit. I think the engine has a set limit on polys. That's what I do believe. So if you do have too many zombies on the map, but I'm talking like a very, very unrealistic amount, it would be way too laggy anyway. So I can imagine if you had like millions of them or something, it would probably crash. But I think at the most I've placed around... I think... Oh, how many soldiers have I placed on one map before without it crashing? 10,000, 20,000 soldiers maybe? Obviously you can't fit them all in one screen, but around the map you could have probably have about 10,000 men. Probably be a bit laggy. But if you turn up the fog of war and make a really cool sky with a lot of haze, it really reduces the lag. That's what I used to do a lot. World War Z confirmed, produced by Donald J. Trump. I like it. Hi Mighty, great map so far. Looking forward to seeing it played. Yeah, it's going to be played on Diplex's channel. Got some of these Some of these going across here. See how that looks? That looks really cool. I like that. So we'll get rid of that part there. And what we'll do is we're going to copy these stairs right here, and we're going to just move them up to there. Just going to move that up like that. Strain it up. And there we go. We've got a nice flat wall there as well. Still looks like it's in place. Oh, hello Falling in Shim. Everyone has to go and check out her channel at some point as well. Falling in Shim. It's just some really cool Sims builds. For those of you that just joined, we're just making a Jerusalem from the movie World War Z. It's a huge project, but I should get it done in the next day or so. That's looking rather nice. I think we're going to start modernising it soon. We're going to start adding some more modern things. Some plant pots. I'm even debating having the lines going across the road. Something like that, that'd be pretty cool. Welcome Big Bunny. Welcome the One Man Clan. I think I've already welcomed you, One Man Clan. I think I have, I'm not sure. Olivian Kota, hello. Mr. Laziness, welcome everyone. I do believe there's still people joining because I started the stream very, very early today. We've already been streaming for nearly 2 hours. I think I'll be streaming for a little bit more, maybe another hour or so. Try and get as much of this map done as I can today. Try and make a really huge map for Diplex Heated, and it'll be really cool if we make it like super big. So you know we get more of Diplex's videos then. You see, you can make multiple like. It'll be really cool if you could like make a full series just on one map. Like you could imagine like the defense of the outer wall outside here against the zombies, and then you could do the defense of the inner wall, and then you could go right back here. I could have like different points of interest, like a police station, and we could use it for multiple maps as well. We could use it for like, I don't know, like terrorists or stuff like that. I hope I don't get demonetized for saying what I've just said. Do you get demonetized for saying terrorists these days? I don't know. Are you going to do a section inside with the wire fences and checkpoints? Yep. There's going to be sections everywhere. I'm going to be doing checkpoints. We've got one checkpoint at the bottom down here, and we're going to have another one up here as well. But this is like a back-to-back checkpoint. They've kind of set up roadblocks to stop people from getting into the town, so they have to like leave the vehicles and move up on foot. But there would be other ways around as well for like government vehicles. So I'm thinking I might make a clear road up this side. So, oh, there is a guy down here, look, so you can see the scaling. He's not anything to do with Israel or anything like that. I think he's just a standard... Oh, Burns, that's his name. He's from Call of Duty. But you can just see why we're using the World War III mod for this and not Red Rising, because listen to these gun sounds. Sounds so cool. And there's so many of them as well. There's just a ton of guns that you can use. So you can just maneuver the troops around that. And I think all the pathing works really well. Yeah, they have to maneuver around everything. There's a lot of cover. And this would make a really cool multiplayer map, I find. Especially if I can add stuff like ladders. Should we try a ladder? Oh, ladder. Ladder. So not that one. I think we need ladwood big. That's about the right size, I think, isn't it? We've got a smaller one. We're going to have a little try for this one. Let's set up a ladder to one of these rooftops, see if we can actually make it accessible from this dude. Especially for this this machine gun post up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the X button to like arch it into the wall a bit, like that. Not too sure how this is going to play out, but let's try testing it out. I'm going to go ahead and save my map as well really quick. Just in case we get a crash or my electric goes. Oh, that's the point. If the stream does crash and goes off all of a sudden, it is because my electric's gone. I think I'm in like the pennies. Oh god. So we need to move that a little bit closer. Very poor design, these ladders. They need to try and make them a little bit better, I think, because they kind of go into the wall. You have to put them into the wall for them to get to the way you want them. Oh, did he do it? Oh, are you kidding me? Come on. So watch this. So if I move it into the wall like that, I bet you will get up. Which looks kind of unrealistic, but at the same time it has to be done. Oh, there we go. Look, now we can. We're just going to have to keep it at that, aren't we? Not really much we can do. Unless... I've got an idea. We could put the ladder going from here up to there. Like that, if that works. Let's try that. Oh, he's stuck. Oh, I got to move it back. No, get up. Where are you gone? So we're moving back down there. So now if we get that ladder there, send him up to that part, and then we use this smaller ladder, which is this one. So this right here is a tutorial on how to create ladders in Men of Warsaw Squad 2. So you use the X button, just rotate it down like that. I'm not sure if that's going to be good enough to get up, but we'll try this. So you can go up this ladder right here. Hey Carly, how's it going? Everyone go and subscribe to Carly. Very good YouTuber. Does a lot of Men of War content. Oh. So there we go, that ladder works. Now it's just for this second ladder. And then we have a fully working machine gun post. Ah, it worked! There we go, look, and then we can come up here now. Not really look over the edge because of the pathing. You can kind of see over the edge though. I think we've got a good shot. So you can see the gate, that's the main thing, that's what we want the gate. So we can like start gunning down the zombies. Now the moment of truth is finding out if we can get him back down the ladder. Is Jay Gray a bot? No, no, Jay Gray is not a bot. Jay Gray is one of my moderators. Why do you think he's a bot? What's the progress on the Starship Troopers mod? There's not much progress, to be honest. We're really looking for... We're trying to find someone that can do fauna. And we're looking to port it into Call to Arms. So we've got to redo the coding for the bugs. I would try to subscribe it, but because he talks like a bot... Oh, okay. He's just trying to help me out, I think. So NR Games, welcome to the Mighty family. Thank you for subscribing. So there we go, we've got a working ladder. So it's going to be a massive pain in the arse to put these ladders going all around town. So it's going to be a lot of ladders if we look how many houses that we've actually got to cover. This actually makes for a really cool quarantine zone. You see, the really cool thing is we can actually animate this door. So we could do it so we could get a soldier to walk into like an area around it or press a button, which will then open the gates. And then they'll close like 10 seconds later or something like that. You've got like a timer to get in. And then they'll close behind him. So you could do like a really cool zombie RPG. And then inside here there could be like a post-apocalyptic city. Like traders and stuff like that. I'd love to do something like that. Jay's Skynet. Alright. When he bans people, he starts shouting exterminate. Oh, I love it. I love the roasts. Gotta love Jay. You have to go and check out some of his, I don't know, Jay, have you made your NGG newspaper articles, have you made them public yet? Because they're really, really good. I don't know if they're for patrons only. I think some of them are, but I think he just public released them after. So, also, do join the Discord, guys, if none of you have already. I think we've got nearly 450 members in there now. So be sure to come and join the Discord if you haven't already. Like a big family in there. Mind you, there's a lot of arguments lately. Kind of doing my head in. I kind of like, I keep backing out from it. I'm like, oh god, it's like, every time I go in the Discord now, I just see arguments everywhere sometimes, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to walk away. And I'm the owner. So I'm going to try and clean the Discord up in the next week or so. We're going to start doing more activities on there and stuff. I really want to try and get everyone involved in like an Arma 3 server or something. Which now, because I've had a lot of pledges on Patreon lately, and in the next maybe in the next month or two. I'm thinking of actually buying my own Arma 3 server. I don't know what you guys think, but we could all like do like different events and stuff. And like I'm thinking something like, I don't know, protect the president or something like that. I think that'd be really cool. Just elevate the path here. Clean Discord off. What mass banning? We don't need to ban anyone. Everyone's. I think everyone's getting on now. Just in the past couple of weeks, everyone's. There's been a lot of arguing on the Discord server. And it's probably my own fault, really. We've not had the admins to deal with it. So I've lost. We did have Lieutenant Murphy, a friend of mine. But he's left the server due to all the spammy comments and stuff. I think everyone's just having enough of it. So we're definitely going to spend some time cleaning up the server. It's a bit like the Wild West in there at the minute. Yep, you know you're in the Discord. Are zombies able to climb the ladders too? I don't believe they are. But zombies, they're a lot different in pathfinding, so you probably will see zombies like glitch from the floor onto the rooftops. Because they're not an actual human, they're like a vehicle. So you might actually see them glitch into the wall from time to time. We'll try the pathing out in a bit, but just before we end the stream, what we'll do is we'll place just down like, I don't know, 10 guys, and we'll defend against a horde of zombies, just to test out the pathing. I'm going to let Diplex play out the main missions, because I don't want to ruin it for you all. Is Mighty's sister account actually Mighty's sister, or am I allowed to call them a pleb? I believe it is actually my sister, to be honest. I think it's my stepsister. I'm not sure. I've got a lot of family, you see. I've got a lot of sisters. Just gonna raise these up here as well. Can you all see it coming together though? Can you see it all coming to life? And this was nothing like, I don't know, maybe an hour ago. That's taken us a long time, but imagine if I wasn't talking or anything, I'd probably get this done in 15 minutes. 10-15 minutes. Elevate this area. I think we'll have like a kind of loading bay for vehicles right here. That'll look pretty neat. I'll bring that in a tad, make it a bit. Bring that down. There we go. That's pretty cool. Then we're going to conjoin the roads as well. And I'm thinking in this top left corner here, we're going to have a giant plaza. Something like that, like a giant square, main square. Like they actually have in Jerusalem. Realistically, they would have like a sort of giant synagogue right here, or mosque or something. I don't know what it is. It's just a giant place of worship. Will Diplex add Israeli officers? I'm not sure. Oh, big shout out to Henk Debats. I bet most of you come here just to see how I pronounce these bloody names, right? Henk Debats, thank you for subscribing, dude. Welcome to the Mighty family. Yeah, Diplex will be adding Israeli officers. Yeah, he would. He will be, yeah. I think I'll probably be adding them for him through the Red Rising mod, but putting it into its own little sub mod, so we can just activate it. Like I say, I don't do any of this modding for public release, like per se, but I do it for like private YouTubers and stuff like that, so they can bring out series on it. So I get a lot of modders hating on me, thinking I'm trying to take credit for the work. But I'm not, because I don't public release it. It's their mod, not mine. I'm just making the best out of it. Also going to have some more sand around here. But yeah, we're all building this together pretty much, aren't we? You've been here for the whole creation of Jerusalem. So people are going to be like, what did you get up to yesterday? I'll be like, oh, I don't know, you know. Chilled. Oh yeah, okay. You know, made Jerusalem. And they're like, what? I've got a saying. It's like, what did I say? Oh, I can't remember what was it. Oh, God made the world in 7 days, but us mappers made it in 2. And then all the Christians go, blasphemy. I'm trying to think what we could do here. I'm not really sure. Getting a bit stuck now. I could just replicate the whole bloody map, but I want to make points of interest. You see, the key to making a really cool map is having multiple points of interest. So like on this, we've got like the main wall, we've got the checkpoints, then you can have stuff like a police station. So it's having all multiple stuff like that. I don't think we've had any... Have we had any patrons during this stream? So I'm just going to have a look at me Patreon, just in case anyone's pledged and I've not shouted them out, because that would just be horrible if they did. Alright, let's have a look. Patreon. Oh, no patrons. Still the same. Still 8. Just making sure, you see, because it doesn't give me a notification if I get a patron. I love this music. Is he playing a xylophone? Should we do the interior of the building in a minute? That'd be quite interesting. What can I call it? Little museum interior. Get that corner done. What can we do here? What can we do here? We need some more buildings. Screw it. We're just going to throw more buildings out there. Take up some more room. There we have it. Beautiful. Get rid of those again. I don't know why I placed them there. I don't even need them. But we need to do this, go around the corner. Like that. It's looking like a real Middle Eastern town now, isn't it? Or city. Or in this case, Jerusalem. What do zombies and crusaders have in common? They want to take Jerusalem. Jerusalem's been a holy land for, is it 2,000 years? 1,000, 2,000 years? There's been people fighting over it for a millennial. Is a millennial 1,000 or 2,000 years? I can't remember. I think it's every 1,000 years, isn't it? Let's throw some more of these around here. There we go. It's looking pretty schmexy. One thing I have forgot. So what I usually do is I usually detail one area like I've done over here, and then all that you have to do after that is just copy and paste bits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some more of these tubs of rice. It could be rice, it could be anything in these baskets, washing, anything. I'm just going to throw them about a little bit. Put some open ones towards this wall. Some more closed ones. Awesomes. Do we have any cars? Let's have a look through the cars. Oh, in fact, no, let me do the interior of this building first. So not many people know how to do this, but I'm going to teach you right now, for those who want to know, how to use an edifice. So if anybody has like buildings from like the vanilla game and you want to make it so when men walk inside it, the roof disappears. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on it, on all three of them, and then we're going to click add. And then we're going to name them museum, whatever you want, like that. And then we're going to select them one by one, and click add, add, and again just do it with all of them, just click add them to the device, and it should just add the single building. You can do this with practically all the buildings apart from these ones. And now it's got an edifice on it. Make sure that box is ticked, show interiors, and let's go and grab our dude. There he is, there's our dude. So if he's player 0 or player 1, we'll put him out there and he can walk past that Humvee. And watch this, look, it's really cool looking, just like in the main Men of War game. Not many people know how to use edifices, you see. And there we go, look, the roof disappears. And you can kit out like a whole inside. And then watch this, when you leave again, it reappears. Really cool. Oh, I need to go and make dinner now, but I really enjoyed watching you. Oh, thank you very much, Fallen in Shim. I appreciate it. Like I say, guys, do go and check out Fallen in Shim's channel. she does do a lot of cool sim builds. And she's very, very, very talented when it comes to building houses, like architecture to do with The Sims. So be sure to go and check her channel out. Anthony L, thank you very much for subscribing. I don't know if you go by Anthony or Anthony. But thank you for subscribing, dude. Welcome to the Mighty family. Oh, I'm really proud of this centre bit here. You see, this right here is a video in itself, really. That's what I love about doing these sort of maps, because they're really big. So, myself or Diplex, you know, we could do like I don't know, a battle where you like defend the museum or defend the embassy, and then it's just a matter of positioning some soldiers and then defending against the endless waves of soldiers. There's a video in itself, really. Let's read the comments. How about the Shermanator? What about the Shermanator? Everybody knows who the Shermanator is. A Men of War legend. Alright, try not to argue in the comments, dudes. Let's keep it family friendly. Let's add some sandbags around the edge. Oh, another thing as well. Does anyone get annoyed when they go to zoom into a building and it disappears? Really very, very simple to do. Just hover over it, or the area, and then you want to go to Z Clip Vision, whatever it is. You see that one? And just untick the box. Like that. Save it, and then it won't do it anymore. Look, you can zoom right into it without it disappearing. So where's my... Uh-oh, what have I just done? Get some of these sandbags again. We're going to kit the interior of this museum out now. It'll be pretty cool looking. Make it look cool. We've got some Rocky on in the background. Well, how long have we been streaming for? I think we're going to stream for about another... I think we'll do it for another 25 minutes to half an hour, I think, and then we're going to end the stream then. So then that'll be like a 2.5 hour stream. Nearly 3 hours. Oh, don't copy that. Make sure you don't accidentally select on the wrong thing. Beautiful. And the same goes for here. Add some sandbags around it, because technically speaking it is a war zone. They probably wouldn't have the sandbags if it was, you know, if there wasn't zombies around and terrorists or whatnot. I hate saying that word because it's probably going to get me demonetized. Kind of looks like a presidential palace, doesn't it? You can imagine like the limousine or something being pulled down here. Hello family. Make an outpost in the front of the museum. So you're thinking like a forward operating base or something? Yeah, we can do that. I don't think instead of having it at the front, maybe we could have it more towards the back where there's a bit more room. That'd look pretty cool. So maybe around this area here. So alright, we'll make a forward operating base. We'll position some sandbags, which means what we're going to do is we're going to delete a part of this wall so it's accessible. Like that. And we'll take these sandbags and we're just going to put them around this bush area. And because they're a strategic location, what we're going to do is we're going to double them up, and then we're going to select them all, and then we're going to select them again and move them on top of each other, like that. And the same again, but deselect the bushes. That's the hardest part of doing the mapping. It's selecting things that you don't want to select sometimes. Okay, so this can be the FOB. Centerize that a little bit more there. There we go. There's some more bits going down here, more sandbags. Has everybody spammed that like button? And is everybody subscribed as well? Why is there 2 trees there? We don't need 2 trees there. Just have the one. That scroll, we don't need that one there. Take you, we'll move you there. That way we've got 2 trees, and we'll centerize this tree about there. That looks a bit better, more realistic. Again, we're going to have some more sandbags. I bet I'm thinking, where can we put these ones? Just kind of spamming sandbags everywhere at the minute. Have them there. And let's go and get that netting. We'll have a net towards the edge there. We've got a couple of nets there. Where else can we have it? I'll have one there. Another one next to it. Starting to look cool already, that. Liking it. Where else could we have one? Another one next to that. Go crazy with the nets. Another one in that corner. What else can we have? Well, I know what we need. Let's go into, I think it's modern. Modern and base, I believe it's in. Somewhere in here, anyway. So we've got different crates we can use. I'll just throw these down. We've got barrels. An open crate right there. Some ammo in that one. Not really much else we can use. A nuclear bomb. If anybody's interested. We do have a flag. I think that's the flag of Wigger, the developer of Modern Warfare, the Modern Warfare 3 mod for Men of Warsaw Squad 2 and Call to Arms. A generator. We need one of these. So what we'll do is with this generator, I think we'll deploy the generator there. Have another one there. And then we're going to get a gun case, one of some of them. Yeah, I've got some more sandbags there. Not a big fan of those ones. Same with those ones. The reason I use these ones is because you can blow them up. I like to keep it very realistic. Got some missile things, whatever they are. These are good. I like these. We can mix these in right here with the sandbags. Kind of like holding them in place, sort of thing. Adds a bit of decoration as well. The hardships of war. It's practically throw your furniture out the window and create barricades. So these crates, these can be crates of ammo. We'll stack these up in a kind of like a weird manner. Like that. Same with there. We'll have another one on top of that one. Like that. Anything else we can use? We've got a trailer here as well for communications. But there's no possible way they'd actually get that in there, is there? Because you'd have to bring it in with a truck or something. How did everyone find me? I'm going to guess everyone found me through Diplex. Any text mods? Oh, there is. Oh, snowy one. We don't want that one. So we'll treat this as a bit of an ammo dump. What do you guys think? Where they can come and refuel, like get fuel for their cars and refuel their ammo and grab new weapons. I like it. Got an open crate we can throw there. Then we'll throw a couple of open, is that mortar shells? Or RPG? Not really sure what that is, to be honest. Looks to me like some sort of rocket propelled grenade. Welcome, Mary O'Neill. Down, down, down. We'll have a gun case come across here. Beautiful. Move it on so we don't fall off. Got to think about gravity. What time is it? 2 hours 20 minutes we've been streaming for. You can probably hear it in my voice now. I'm getting a bit tired now. Really gets your throat when you're talking for so long. Just gonna spam these crates out here. So what they would have done right here then is they would have pulled the trucks up here, used the soldiers to unload all the ammo and stuff, and made like a forward operating base. I can't even speak. The forward operating base within like this museum area. So I like that idea. It's a really cool idea. It is perfect music for this scene. Have I got any new series planned, Carla? Yes, I have. I'm hoping to do a Star Wars one, but I'm just waiting for the mods to update. And then I can start that then. I've already started one of the maps from that. Did you see the See, my voice is dying at the minute. The Acclimator stream. I'm making like a really cool sort of Acclimator ship. We should get some more of these gun boxes. We'll load a couple of them up on top of the other boxes. So we'll have one just there. And what would be in these boxes are maybe a 50 caliber sniper or something, like a Barrett 50 cal. So now what we need is we need to add to the effect in there now. Get some more of this dust. Throw this around. Definitely throw it over this area. Make it look cool. That's probably not the finished area. I don't like how these nets sort of split, so I might split them up a tad more. But like that. This music's perfect for this sort of scenario. Yeah, that's looking good to me. I'm liking that. One thing we are missing on the sandbags, just to add that bit of realism. Some of these ones. Do them go against the wall here. You'd think though, why are the military using all these sandbags? You know, they're against zombies. Probably just for looks, maybe. That's looking cool. It'll be the same again. We'll have some more sandbags there. Loving that. Really liking this. Starting to come along well. So I'm going to stream for another 10 minutes, I think, and then we're going to call it. Then I'm going to go and work on some other projects, I think, for the rest of the night. And well, look at the time actually, it's not even 6 o'clock yet. I might even be able to record a video. We can look into that. I want to try and do something with Armour 3. I'm really enjoying Armour 3 lately. But I definitely want to spend a few hours on this per day. I'm going to work some more on this after I end the stream as well. See if I can get a bit more done faster. There's actually not that much left to do now, if you think about it. Just this corner. And if most of it's like urban areas like that, it won't take long at all. So I estimate probably about another 4 or 5 hours maybe to complete this map. And that's probably including the outside as well, because it's going to be very blank out here. Desert, sort of farms and stuff. Yeah, I'm very, very grateful to Diplex as a very, very good bloke. Diplex has gave me like a whole new perspective over everything. It's like I had no idea that I'd ever get this many subscribers on YouTube. I mean, it's not that many, if you know what I mean. It's like, how many am I at now? 7,678 subs. You know, I wasn't expecting to get past 2,000 subscribers. And when it all started happening, it just, you know, it was amazing. And Diplex was the dude. He made it all happen. And he could have actually, Diplex could have actually changed my life. That's the beauty of it. It's gave me a whole new perspective over everything. And he's gave me the inspiration as well. As you can see, this channel is it's quite similar if you think about it. A lot of the battles, very similar to how Diplex sort of plays his battles. I just think it's so cool how he does it. I want to do it myself, and I just want to implement some series and stuff. Like Diplex is more into his like World War II and his realistic scenarios, and I'm more into like the fantasy side of things. So that's pretty much what I focus on my channel. But there's definitely plenty of room for like loads and loads and loads of different Men of War YouTubers. It's just because, especially if you're a map maker, because I class map making as like a form of art. Everybody makes different kinds of maps. They have their own style, don't they? Welcome everyone. Welcome Golden Bunny. You've all come at a kind of bad time. I will be ending the stream in about 10 minutes. I think I'm just going to do the interior for this this museum right here. For those of you that have just joined, I will show you the map really quick actually. This is Israel. And this is Jerusalem. So you can really see that I've been working my ass off on this map. It is from the movie World War Z. And you can see the really, really big wall right there, which is stopping the zombies from getting in. And you've got all the refugee areas, and then when the zombies do get through, they've got the whole city to get through, including this really cool market, look, which you might recognise from the movie. And then we've got a museum right here, which is just my own depiction of what it would look like. Oh, I am? Oh, nice. You have to tell me how I'm doing. Am I doing a good job? I'm really working my ass off on this map. Unfortunately, it is a war zone at the minute because of the whole zombie crisis. So there's a lot of, what's the word? A curfew, what is it? Where the military stop the civilians from being out at a certain time. Yeah, what do you all think of the map anyway? Do you like it so far? We've got quite a lot done in the stream, to be honest. I mean, we've been streaming for nearly 3 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that, and this is practically a city in itself already. I mean, what would you guess the population would be? I think the population would probably be something of about, if you think about it, how many families would live in this? Maybe 2, 3 families, maybe? So we're probably looking at about 3,000–4,000 people in this area alone, what we've made. Oh, you like the Hollywood map? Yeah, that was one of my favourite maps to make that. And this is the first time I've ever made these sort of maps, by the way. It's not like I've made them in the past. I've made kind of like similar ones, but like the Hollywood ones, I'm constantly experimenting. And the way I see it, every map that I ever make, I learn from. And I know how to improve the next one. So it's just like a learning curve every time I do it. I'm constantly learning on the job. But we're going to need some more stuff over here. But the main thing is making it all look natural and man-made. But the problem is for me, I spend more time looking around my map sometimes than I do actually making it. Has everybody hit that subscribe button before we end the stream? Let's build this interior before we do end the stream though. Also, everyone hit that like button as well. The more likes we get, the better. So we need a good floor in there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to polys, press Alt and W, so we can see where we're putting the polys. And I'm going to paint the polys on the ground. It just makes it so you can add more detail. Like so, there we go. So now we've done that, we can now have a look through the textures. So I do believe there's quite a few. So let's have a look through, where's that one that we're looking for? It's this one, I think. Yep, this one. So we're going to paint it all the same texture now, as it's the primary texture. When doing textures, you've always got to have a primary and a secondary for them to blend. Like that. I will fix the ones that went out the lines. It's a bit like colouring in. Very satisfying. The whole population of Jerusalem is 857,000 people. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. I must get Mighty to 100,000 subs. Oh, that'd be a dream come true if that happened. I need to start making more diverse content, I think, if I want to up that far in subscribers. Dum, dum, da, 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 da. So let's have a look through this. Modern textures, it might be in here actually. Oh, there's some nice ones. What should we go for? Something interior. Need some sort of cool brickwork, don't we? That's not. Should we try this one? We've got this one. It's more an outside one, that though, isn't it? We'll paint it down. Love this music. That's quite a cool one, actually. I like that one. Be good for the main, like, the main two rooms. If you all notice, you do see that when the troop walks in there, the roof disappears, and when he walks out, it appears again. That's a really cool feature. I think we'll have the main 3 rooms, I think, we'll have with this texture. Because it'll be like the main hallway. We'll probably have the reception in there. Then you probably have like a statue in there, because it is a museum. Then you'll have pictures all along the walls, and they're really nice. Kind of reminds me of like a Middle Eastern White House. Read the comments. You think I could do it? 100,000 subs. That's some goal. That is some goal. So look and say, welcome Tickets Bros, Carly Stomers, Mr. Laziness, Mary O'Neill, Tom Hendo. Welcome everyone. I might have said your name out twice sometimes. I know a lot of you have already been here. I recognise some of the names. Will you be giving this to Diplex? Yep, I'll be giving this map to Diplex. This one's for him, this one. I'm not going to be using this one, not for a good while anyway, until, because Diplex, what he does is he helps me out, he helps me grow my channel, and in return I like to help him out and give him some maps. So like he said on his channel, it's a really cool collaboration. A win-win situation, really. Got some cute computers. You wish you had a lot of patience to do all that. Yeah, it does take a lot of patience, it really does. But that's all it does take though. As soon as you know where everything is in the editor, and then you've got the patience, you can start making maps. You like the Army Men of War series? Yeah, I love the Army Men of War series. Always wanted to do something like that since I was a little kid. I did promise I was going to do a little bit of a zombie scenario at the end. Test out like the pathing and stuff. So should we do that now? Let me know in the comments if you want to see a bit of a zombie fight before we end the stream. We're not going to do